All right, today's video, this little training video, I want to talk about how I decide to do what I'm going to do on each day of my training. It's very intuitive for myself, meaning I kind of listen to my body, see where my mind's going, but I also, quantify what I've done either today, yesterday, or how things are building in my body, right? Because if you want something to grow, to change, right, to hypertrophy, to get bigger, you need to give it rest. You need to train it hard, very hard, but also give it adequate rest so it can recover, repair, and grow. If you're always beating on the same thing, you may get leaner, but you won't probably get bigger or maybe not even stronger. Okay. Some exercises you'll get more efficient at, body weight stuff. The more repetition you do with those, the easier they are to do. But as far as building strength, okay, like the absolute power, or even just raw strength, very hard to do if the muscle's always beaten down, right? Especially as we get older. So rest is good. Again, for me, I'm thinking about it. So yesterday I did some chest, some bench press, stuff like that. Nothing really specific, not a lot of legs, but I've been doing a lot of running, some weighted uphill walking, and then some indoor cycling intervals. So that said, my legs are training. I'm trying to develop them for efficiency, and endurance. And so doing leg stuff that's more high repetition, mixing in some kettlebell movements that are more full body, okay, not isolating the legs. I do this because I get super sore. When I train the legs with back squats or, anything with weights, I get real sore and I can't run, okay? And running is kind of my release way to deal with process stress, all those things. So I like to be able to run. So today, chest is sore, back feels pretty good. I did do some back yesterday as well. I always pair the two together. Shoulders feel okay. So what I do is I just start with something easy, okay? So like today, I'm gonna grab some weights, and these are light weights, 10-pound dumbbells. What I'm gonna do is just some shoulder movements, some shoulder tracing. I like to bring them up to the front. All my clients do this exercise. So we're just tracing that movement, okay? Front, it's like this, front to side, and then reversing it, side back to front. And I'll do this, 10 to 15 times, or just until I'm ready to switch the movement. So it's just smooth, really good for shoulder health. You can go as light as you want. I wouldn't go much heavier than 15 pounds, even if you're pretty strong in the shoulders, big dude. But here, just smooth and steady, okay? Nice and easy. All right. Then I'll rest it out. And the next variation, what I'll do is I'll bring it up to the front, take it to the side, keep it up to the front, and then above the head, okay? So I'm doing this trace with a lot more tension. Now that it's up, stay up. So I'm looking at maybe 5 reps, 30 seconds, something like that. So it'll be my last one. Here, down. So no matter what, I like to get the shoulders warmed up, okay? So just some basic movement there. Feel good. Heart rate rises, so the endorphins start flowing. I've got a set of rings above me. Let's see if I can give you a view of those. Yeah, we'll go right there. So here, I get in and do some pull-ups and then some leg lifts. Sometimes what comes is ankle weights, okay? Just to give a little bit more contraction to the abs. But first set, I'm just gonna do some pulls and then I'll play around with the legs. And this may even turn into like a extended hang where I'm working my grip, but also just kind of relaxing and feeling the muscles in my back. Okay. So here, I like the rings because I can turn and twist them, rotate them. So I always pull my feet back, shoulders down, and then I pull. Once those shoulders are tight, pulled down, my back has a nice flex throughout the movement. So if I'm in a dead hang, I go feet back, shoulders down. Hopefully you can see that. And then I pull through that position. All right, I'm here. Start bringing the legs up. And knees up. And I'm off. So some good reps there. Still warming up, okay? Still talking you through this. And from here, I'm gonna switch to the bands. With the bands, I'm gonna start with some flies, pretty light tension, and then maybe do some presses, and then some core twists, okay? So hopefully this will align right. All right. So I like to anchor my bands to the wall. From here, you do flies, it's a staggered stance, okay? So you step out, you choose a leg, put it forward. So your back foot, you're gonna be up on the ball of your foot, okay? So let's go left leg forward. Now my right leg is bearing my weight. See, left leg, it's loose. So I lean into it, I go wide, and I close. Like hugging a tree. Nice and smooth. Get a good stretch. Build the tension. I like the bands as they work my balance. Okay. Also just coordination. And I can get a really good flex throughout the whole movement. I can go low with them. I can go high with them. Low means low on the chest. High is high on the chest. Now, step back, switch feet, forward. Now here I'm gonna press straight out. A lot of times with this one, I like to alternate. So single, single, come into a double, smooth. Single, single, double. So it's more time under tension, because when you're extended, you've got all that tension. So drive through the chest, and hard. Good. So I'm gonna drop one, and I'm gonna come out to the side. So here, I'm gonna do some core twists. Knees are bent, okay? I'm gonna double up on the band and rotate. Halfway back, keeping the tension, mostly on that right arm when I go to my left. Switch sides. I'm gonna switch bands. Step out this way. Left hand has tension. All right. So you can see I'm a little bit pumped, but this is kind of how I get into my sessions. So I knew I wasn't gonna do a lot of legs, okay? Curious about how my upper body felt. So I just started playing around, okay? So now core has good tension, shoulders, biceps, chest, a little bit of back from the pull-ups, but also just incorporating these movements that have a lot of core. That's why my breathing is a little bit labored. It's because I've had to engage my core that entire time. So Again, I'm choosing these things to assess how I feel, but also they're exercises I can get deep into a set, okay? And which is key. I can get deep into a set, and then I can ask myself, okay, can I keep going? Can I modify this? What's my transition going to be? So when I say it's intuitive, that's what I mean. I mean that I'm thinking ahead, okay, always kind of thinking about what I want to get out of it. Pull-ups, did a few. Leg raises, I couldn't breathe tight. Did some knee raises, okay. Got down, heart rate's high, okay. Transition to the bands, boom. We just did a few things, but again, super effective. And give yourself time, give yourself space, and just be fluid and creative. So hopefully this helped. It's not exactly, I don't do the same thing every time, but today, this is what popped in my head. This is what we did. So we'll see where this takes me.